Good morning, factory workers. I'm Senior Honcho, and I'm here with the morning coffee. Let's go fill up our cup and start our day. Oh, that's good. All right. Well, today is an exciting day. So, between episodes, I went around the world. I picked up enough Mercer spheres for us to finish our MAM trees today. So, finding Mercer spheres, that's done. Let's take that off our list. Let's just edit our to-do list. Let's just take that right off. We don't need that anymore. So now that that's done, let's go finish our last MAM tree. Right there. It's the last one. Oh, I need some more sand fluctuators. Nope. I thought I had enough. That's pretty easy to grab though. We have them being produced over at our steel factory, and where we're making our AI servers, which, as you can see, is now complete up in our phases. So we have one of our final 4 parts done. Right now it's just producing to finish filling the container. That was tough. While I'm over here, let's talk about this for a minute, because this is something, if you're doing this for yourself, you're going to need to know. I ended up having to pipe all of my extra dark matter residue back up there, and I had to velvet because it was backfilling my this here.
Today, Junior?
Hey there, Brian.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning to you, sir.
How are you today?
Great. So we are just about to finish up the MAM tree in this one because I went Mercer sphere hunting between episodes. But we were just talking about this in that the AI server expansion's finished, but I had to deal with the dark matter residue plumbing because it was backflowing into this container and filling it up. And even at that, we're not burning it off quite fast enough. This will end up shutting down because it's slowly filling and not getting used up enough. Like there's a bunch more coming in, and so yeah, we may have to expand other things. But if this factory shuts down at this point, we don't care because we have enough of those parts. So all that's going to do is save us some power.
Nice. But are you now in the morning coffee server or our server?
I'm morning coffee. That's why I'm
Okay,
carrying around the coffee cup. So, doing that. Oh
yeah,
crap!
I'm running
I
around in
just
our server.
that was dumb. I just went back on the tube and didn't grab the part that I went over there for in the first place. I'm gonna need some more coffee here. Just a second.
Now, I'm running around in our server.
Yeah.
And, it's all going a little too quick for me to catch up.
Yeah.
So I kind of see what you're doing, but with those stations, if I don't know what part goes where,
So
I'm totally lost, kind of.
yeah. In That's the thing with warehousing is it gets really confusing on where the stuff goes. There are signs on the in the standard parts station. I did sign all of the containers so you know what parts are in which bins. So
Okay.
if you fly over the sorting line, each one of those containers has a sign for the part that's in it. And then you just
Okay.
have to follow the conveyors to know where it's going.
Yeah.
So because I have to do that too. And I'll put together good morning, Dave. Um, Dave joined us in chat. Um,
Hmm.
yeah, hold on. Before I forget again, let me grab the parts
Get
I
the
need.
part.
Yeah.
Grab the part.
Where the heck am I? Oh, that's my pipe. Oh, I'm on the wrong side of the factory. Let me fly back
I
over to
will
the.
be eating in a little bit, so will mute myself during that time. But
I'd appreciate that very much. Thank you much. Although I could mute you
oh,
too.
yeah, you be like that? No, it's okay. It's okay. Oh, sure,
Oh
sure,
no,
sure.
I love to hear my friends eating on over audio.
Chewing and smacking and
Nom nom
lovely.
nom.
Nom 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 nom. Nom.
Oh man, it's snowing again here. We're in a the polar vortex is hitting us right now. Um,
Nice.
yeah, so it's been cold and snowy for the last 3 or 4 days. So, yeah. So, anyways, like I was saying, I was gonna create like a station map. I'm trying to think of how I could make like an in-game sign so that you could see it like one of the big signs that's kind of lays it out. I may have to play with that. I'm going the wrong direction. My mam's right here. Wow, I really need some more coffee.
And we might need some signage on the map so we know where we are making stuff.
Oh yeah, yeah. Because I don't. I was thinking about that too. I'm like, I don't know, like as in making the parts or where we're making the different stations.
Making the parts.
Hmm. Yeah.
Because factories are being placed down,
Yeah.
and I have no idea what I have to get there, or if we need to get stuff there, or whatever. So
So I think we just drop anytime we put a factory somewhere. If we just drop a marker, like I did for the quartz factory, because I actually use that
exactly,
a lot. And so we could just use like
exactly.
the little chest thing for factories, or I think there's even a factory icon. No, I looked for one. I couldn't find one. But I swear there was a factory icon. Maybe it was for something else. Let me look here in a second. But first, let's finish our last mam tree item. This will get us our mam tree um advancement
Completed.
thing. Yep. So boom.
Well, press
That's it.
start.
Look at that. Satisfactory brought it back. Completed all the mam trees. Nice. Oh, look at that.
Dimensional upload speed increased. Every particle now has encoded potential reconstruction memory for when any part using that particle is recalled, enabling instancing on the fundamental particle level.
You grow shifted the body chord flow cycle song of the sixth layer. Harmonious. Your cycle songs will only deepen the layers.
I'm always working on myself, the time will come.
Hmm.
And I was also kind of collecting some hard drives and some snails, but
Um, Analyze
a lot of
those.
snails, a lot of snails are very close to nuclear shit, and I cannot handle that yet.
Wow. Dave said where he's at because he's in British Columbia.
Hmm.
Um, 89 inches in December over 10 days.
That's a little over 6, 7 inches.
Ah, no,
Uh,
I'm gonna
oh,
boot you from the server. You will be denied. All right. So now let's see how what we've got left here to do. So now that we've completed our
I'll be
mam
back.
trees, all right. Um, that's a find. That's a find. So really, I'm gonna move coupons up because on this server we are only probably going to do these two before moving on to a different save because I have other plans. 2012. That's still recent history though. I mean that's a lot of snow, man. No pun intended. A lot of snow, man. I made myself laugh there. uh, but what like in? I mean, when you're getting close to like wall height, like your standard wall is 96 inches, which is like 8 feet. That's you're just shy of that. You're over 7 foot of snow. I'm like, that's nuts. You could build you could build houses like out of out of snow. All you need is like you put a piece of plywood on the snow and then dig out like your hallways. You like it'd be like having like mouse tunnels to the different places you need to go. All right. Let's see. What are we doing? Okay, phase 5 parts. Let's go see what we've got. Because you know what? I've been flying around the world. I'm not quite sure how many we have of each thing. So let's go check it out. We will start with the nuke pasta. So we've been generating that over here. You can see it's still running. You see the lights going on. It's going to be loud here for a second when I get close to this thing. Because this is probably the largest machine in the game. Ooh, look at that. We got 200 more ready to go. Awesome. Alright, so got those. Then we have our biochemical sculptor. Oh, that was the other. Oh, wait. While we're right here, so we don't have to fly back and forth, let me grab what we have for our ballistic warp drives, which is right here. Okay, we got 50 of them. Alright, that's not bad. That's not bad. Well, that's a quarter of the way there. So we may have to work on some efficiencies for that. And maybe so that's what we'll do in order to try and get to our end game state, where then we're just working on the coupons. Because that's going to be the thing, is once we have all these turned in and wow, look at all these. 1, 2, 3, 400 of them. Oh, that's going to put us really near the end. Let's grab as many as we can. We're going to have to make multiple trips. That's awesome. Alright, that one's kicking butt. Love it. We need 1,000 of them, so it's good that it's those are coming in so quickly.
I'm back, but listening.
Okay. 2 years ago, we had extreme drought and had only 4 inches. Oh, that's 4 inches is tolerable. 5 to 6 feet a year. Whew. Whew. That's a lot of snow. Oh, we're getting really close on our... Oh, I put an extra one in. I had one extra floating around, and I was trying to keep the numbers even, and I failed. Oh, maybe we'll steal some to bring it back up to an even 25, even 50. We need one more stack somewhere. Alright, so, yeah, we're clocking right... Oh, we got more biochemical sculptures to grab. Go back and grab some more. I ran out of room in my inventory because we had so many parts to turn in, which is a good problem to have right now. So we've been having on the server playthrough, on the Plowboy server, we've been kind of planning our logistics. We've been talking a lot about our parts logistics and coming up with our plan, because we're starting to split out our manufacturing into multiple locations. So I came up with a warehouse kind of shipyard or rail yard design for the different categories based on the way that the Satisfactory calculator.com has categorized the different items. 650. All right, we're catching up to nuclear pasta. Great. I don't think we're going to hit it today. I really wanted to, unless we really hit some efficiencies hard. I don't even think, let's see, nuclear pasta. We need another 150 of the nuclear pasta. Let's see how long it would take us to finish these. Because this is kind of, well, I think ballistic warp drive is going to be the one that takes the longest. All right, so we have 10. In each one of these, we're producing half a minute. So that is going to be 300 minutes. So no, we will not be hitting that today. We might be able to put a second one of these down though. We have extra conversion cubes. Let us split that in half. We'll make this a little more efficient. Zoop that. It always resets my zoop. Okay, so we got that width. How many do we need across? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 4 more. 1, 3, 4. No, it would have been quicker to go the other way, but now it's a square, so. I do that sometimes. I'll grab the wrong, I won't grab the longest side, so I'll have to do an extra one. But it's still pretty quick. What am I missing? Fuse modular frames. 1? Oh well, I have those right here. Just grab one off of which line? This line? No, sorry, downstairs. Oh no. I'm out of fuse modular frames. I hope that factory didn't shut down again. Hopefully we're just using it all up. Ooh, look at all these full belts of parts. I love it. It's great. Look at that. We got rubber for days. We got... What else we got coming in over here? We got motors all backed up. Aluminum casing. Turbo motors. Cooling systems. This is probably our fused modular frames. Huh. Yeah. Nothing. Where are you going to? Yeah, because we're splitting that there, going up there. That's for the one. This is the other factory that might have some. Oh, here comes some new ones now. Just wait for that to unload, then we'll grab one. Yeah, I do build a lot. And I'm not afraid to tear down and rebuild either. What? Did you already unload all that? Oh, there may have not been that many. Let's go see where. Oops. Yeah, belt's already empty after delivery. Let's see. So that one gets half of them. That one gets the other half. So I should have some in here. At least they're green. I see green. Okay, yeah, we got a couple. I only need one. Fused modular frames are one of the largest bottlenecks in the game, I swear. Line that up. Bring that out. Oh, I gotta face it the same direction. Line it up. There. Okay. Now, what we'll do is we're gonna... Normally I would do this a different way, but unfortunately I didn't think I was going to expand this, so I didn't set it up for expansion. Let's see if I can't get these lined up. Kind of have to eyeball it when you're going. So I get level, kind of check and see where we at. That it? That looks pretty good. And then this one, where does this come up to in this one? So 1, 2, 3, fourth arrow. 1, 2, 3, fourth arrow. Like that. And this time, I'm going to set this up in case we want to expand it further. Probably won't, just because, but it's because I don't want to disrupt the belts, because this one takes a lot of items in at a time. I'm gonna do that way. So now I gotta put another splitter here, and we will split this one. We're gonna line this one up there, and I did not come to the right height. That's gonna bug me, so this is gonna get replaced. I should have put the splitter in first. That would have made it easier. That height. And we know that's going in. That's going in. And now we just need to power this. There's a power outlet. You can never find a plug when you need it. Where are you getting power from? Oh, underneath. Let's do this. No, that's not what I wanted. Yeah. Oh, let's go from the other side. That'll work better. Come from this side of the wall outlet. Come on. Find your happy place. Oops. It turned off my light. Okay. I'm like, why isn't it going on? Because you're a dummy. Alright. I don't want to kill the power to that right now because it's running so good. Alright. That one will start up now. Soonish. As soon as it gets enough copper powder, there it goes, starting up. And then we need a merger out here. And we'll do another one over here. Belt this up. Oops. Sorry, I saw my mistake just as I was putting belts in. I had my output pointing the wrong way. God, I feel like I have to raise my voice to talk over these things. Cool. Cool. There. Now we are producing twice as fast. Awesome. We have 15 there. Okay. So that now will be, we need another 150-ish, so it'll be just about 2 hours. Just over 2 hours. So if not this stream, by our next stream, we should have it as long as that thing can keep running. So most likely the next thing we're going to finish with just how fast that is producing it, it's going to be this here, our biochemical sculptor. Yeah, see, we already almost have another stack. We need 350. Let's say we need let's call it 300 instead. Yeah, 2 per minute. Um, that's gonna, yeah, it'll be about 2 hours to finish those. Okay, so that's on track for that. The last piece is then our ballistic warp drive. Now, these are 1 per minute. I have 3 going, but we have a lot of idle time on this. Why are we idle? What are we missing? Dark matter crystals. So we may need to bump up our dark matter crystal production, because this has been kind of slow. Because at 1 per minute and only needing 200, well, you actually only need 145, which puts us in that 150 mark. So if we don't need to expand that factory. Well, actually, we got 3 of those going. So this should be our fastest one at 1 per minute. That is 3 per minute at 150. It should take us less than an hour if we're producing dark crystals fast enough. So let's go, and you can see they're coming in, and there's a pretty big gap in between. So if we raise the efficiency of our dark matter crystals, we should be able to kick up the production of that line significantly. So let's do that. And then we may end up with a bottleneck somewhere else that we'll have to chase down. But for right now, I know we have enough dark matter residue to expand. The question's going to be on the coal for the diamonds. I did increase the flow of that last time I was over here between episodes. But this in I love the way they balanced this last phase, because you do end up spending more time making the phase 5 unlocked items in order to produce the last milestone pieces. Okay, so this one here, that's more nuclear pasta. This is getting used in our processing. So that one's fine. This one is our dark matter crystal. And you can see we're barely keeping up with the diamond production. So we're going to have to expand our diamonds, which should be this one here. And we are getting enough coal, so that's good. So, and I put summoner loops on this, so we're actually doubled up. So we're actually getting 2 diamonds. And we're kicking out. Did that change when I do this? Yes. So that's 30 per minute. So we're now producing 60 per minute. So we need to bump up that. We're not going to have enough parts for the particle accelerators, because we're going to need to add 2 more. Oh, you know what? The other thing we could do, 4 summoner loops. I don't know if I have enough. I have 3. We need to find a loop. I think there's one close by. And let's see. Do I have my scanner? I do. Let's see. Oh, but this, I've been picking them up here. Let's see what we get. Why? Oh. Okay. Not close by. Let's go this way, because I haven't really searched this way for things. And this is how I found all the Mercer spheres. I just kind of flew around where I could, and just started tracking to see if I could find anything. Now the summoner loops are less on the map, so they may be a little more difficult to locate. Oh, we got a hit. And then, so if you turn, when you have a signal, if you don't see the little blinky over the dot, you're not facing the right way. So it looks like we're somewhere in this direction. As you get closer, it gets more sensitive to seeing, like, now that's the wrong direction. So we want to go, and then the bottom bar kind of is like how far away. So it looks like we're going that way, over by that crash site. Which, luckily, I've been out here before, so I've got some power up there. Let's get some height so we don't aggro on him. And then we're going to continue... Which way? Looks like we're straight out that way. Oh, I think I know where this one's at. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to extend this out. Come on. Oh. Can I not go out that far? Alright, fine. We'll go there. Just going to hit the edge of each of these cliffs as we come down. Here we go. Okay, let's check our meter. Oh, did we pass it? We did. It was closer than I thought. Okay. Are we down in this trench? Oh yeah. We're gonna be down here with the bad guys. Yeah, yeah. Oh, he's gonna start jumping at us now. Alright, time to change to weapons. I hope I brought ammo. I did.
I'm back.
Oh, hey. I'm just picking up a summoner loop so we can double up our dark crystal production. And killing some spiders.
Nice.
Let's see. Anybody still alive down here? That one looks like he's still moving. Oh, yep. Crap. Got him just as he was going to jump at me. There's our loop. Perfect. Ooh. Oh. Right at the edge of our power, too. Yay. Cool. Easy peasy. And that brings me one closer to finding enough loops. So we'll go back up to our sand factory, plug these loops into our whatchamacallit, the particle accelerator, and that will double our dark crystals, or dark matter crystals production. So, which will mean that we should be then able to produce, it will reduce our idle time on that factory line. So we can see, we'll go back and see how we're doing keeping up with that. Otherwise, we're going to have to do some major expansions up here, which means these two, making 2 more of those particle accelerators. Now they'll, yeah, because this is balanced the way I have it right now. Oh, I only have 1 in my hand. I gotta grab my other 3. There we go. Put those in. Alright, I guess the other thing we could do too is I could put in the power shards to speed that up so it's producing more too. And then just let it drain more power. We may do that before we try expanding those particle accelerators, because those are very expensive machines to build and to run. It might be better just to overclock them and then with the doublers. So already you can see that our frequency of those crystals running down this belt is increased. Why am I flying when I can ride this belt? Belt's so much faster. And it's going to go right to where we want to go. Oop. Little jump. Parkour, parkour.
Parkour.
And here we are. Alright, so yeah, we're still sitting idle. Oh, because we have to produce so many of those. 40 per minute. We're not even close to producing 40 per minute. Ugh. Which means we need to try and hit 120 per minute to keep this line rolling. Yuck. There's no way that is 120 per minute. Where are all those going? Coming back here to this one? Should be... Yeah, it should be filling this one up first. Now our production time is 60 seconds for each one. Oh yeah, because 1 per minute. So, yeah, it is. That's 40 per minute. That's simple math. Anything times 1 is itself. Okay, I guess we're going to go see what our numbers are on the other side, how fast we're producing it. I mean, you can see it clicking up at a decent rate. It's not bad. It's just not good. We'll wait the 1 cycle and see how close to 80 it gets in 1 cycle of producing a drive. And then kind of figure out where our... And I'm going to get a timer out. We'll set a timer to see how long we're sitting idle for. Or stopwatch. Got my stopwatch ready. I'm going to do some real process engineering. Used to do this on a factory floor. We'd sit there and time the machines to see how long they were waiting for parts and stuff to find bottlenecks in the process. Oh goodness.
How does the blueprint designer work? Do you just place it so you can make like a little factory and then you save it, or?
We're gonna be idle for a little while. So here, I'll show you real quick. I've got a blueprint designer over here. And I actually have a blueprint that I've been meaning to make, so I can show you with that. So I wanted to make a blueprint for my hypertube cannon that I have up there. And we've been doing 7 stations in, and that's not going to be big enough. I need the bigger one. Oh, I actually have one design on here right now. Alright, so what you do, there's a couple different things. So first of all, you make your design that you want to store. So this is a modular floor design for assemblers, Right, so this is one floor, and this one is flowing from which direction? This one is flowing in from this end. So this would be a right floor. Once I have it where I want it, I come down to this thing here. There's two different sides of this. One is the storage box. These are all the items that are being used right now, or when you tear down a design, it will put the items in here. So these may be extra compared to what I have on there at the moment.
Yeah.
Um, then this here is your basically your where you set what it's called. So like I have this named vertical mod um, assembler write in. You only have so much here, but then you can write a full description here, which gives you a place to put more detailed description. I don't use that as much. Then you have this set directory, and for set directory, you can create. And I've created a bunch of blueprints here, but you can create categories here. So if I wanted to put this in a different category, I would go down to edit, and then I can add a category, which adds a new one on the side here. And I can go into its settings and name it. And I can set an icon for it. And then I can apply that. And then if I go in here, I have to add a subcategory into that category. So I can say, you know, these are, go into the field. I can say these are like tests. Okay. Once I have that, I can apply those changes. Now I have this subcategory available. I've already saved this blueprint, so I need to change the name. Or if I hit edit, I can move these around, and I can drag that into this subcategory. I'm supposed to be able to move that there. Why can I not? Oh, I gotta. Do I have to go all the way out and back in? Edit. Move that. I can change the settings on any blueprint. I can then. I should be able to move this here. But it might be because I'm through the interface. Because I should be able to move these things into a subcategory, but that may not be through the planner. Closing, spending, discard changes, cancel, apply changes, now close it. But you can set a directory there. So if I was to call this something else, we'll just call this out instead of in. And then I hit that set directory. If I go now to this subdirectory, it's supposed to tell me to add it here. Why is it not doing that? No, is that this one? Oh, it just changed the... What the heck? Why is it... This thing's a little bit finicky. Huh. Alright, so it just edited the name on that instead of creating a new one like I wanted. And it's not moving into my subcategory. Alright, let's change a part on it so it thinks it's a new design. Just take a belt out. There, all I do is take that belt, or add a sign. Let's add a sign. It doesn't really matter what I do as long as I change something. Oh, like... So, organization, sign. Let's go big sign. Oh, can I size that to whatever? That is like super tiny. Why is that so tiny? Oh. Hold on. Let me try this again. Can I... Why are these? Okay. That's like a super tiny sign. Where's my super big sign?
Super duper big sign.
Right. Because it's supposed to be... Oh. Yeah.
Size the wall.
Well, no, maybe I didn't unlock it yet. Oh yeah, the upside down sign. That's great. So now if I go back here, it should think of it as a new one. Now if I set directory and go to here, yes, see, I can add blueprint here. So when you're doing a new one, you would have this. I had already saved that one and it saw that it was the same combination of parts, so it wasn't letting me save it over. But now I can add that here and I have my blueprint there. And that's saving it. And then you can set your icons here, so you have all kinds of icons. You can do like all kinds of like emoji type ones. You can do, you know, equipment ones, part ones. So these are all the part icons, or the building ones. So all the building pieces and stuff like that. You pick one of those, and then for color, you have your normal color selector here, so you can pick any color you want. It also has like the presets that match like whatever schema you're using. So yeah, that, and then you can also load blueprints. So if I clear the designer, that clears everything off, right? And then these are your leftover parts. And then you can build whatever you want here, or you can load a design. So if I go to load blueprint, I can pull an old one and work on it. So this is an old smelter design.
How would you start a design?
How would I start one? Okay, so if I go here, I clear the blueprint designer. Then I have my blank slate here. I just build whatever I want. So for instance, if I wanted to do that hyper cannon tube thing, I can build it out here, and I can use blueprints to create other blueprints. So I'm going to use this one. I can't remember which direction is my firing direction. I think it's this way. Yeah, I think it's this way. So I can put these down. I want to do 7 of those. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then I'm going to set up my next section, which will be my angled section. So I'm going to start with a support. I'm going to just go one click out from there. Then I will switch that to a tube. Go out a little bit here. Turn it around. And then I'm going to angle it at 45 from that spot. And then change my tube type. Really? That's blue? Oh, oh, I'm not 45. That's 45. Huh. It'll let me do it in that mode. I don't think that's gonna work. That looks ugly as hell though. I don't like that. So we're gonna go out a little bit further. So pull a new hypertube off of that. Let's come out 1.5. That. From that spot, 45. Change that type. Yeah, I like that better. And so that's going to be our cannon. Oh, I need one more start here. Except I think all my starts are backwards. That looks like it's pointing the wrong way, but we'll see. It should be right. Should be. So now I need to power this. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'm going to use a Mark III pole, which is this one, which I don't have the high-speed connectors for. All right, so we're going to use 2 Mark II poles. We'll go 4 on this one. Oh, and we need to connect power to it anyway, so having the extra pole's good. Oh well, I guess 10 would have been enough for... The Mark III pole has 10 outlets. Okay, so look and see if I like that. I do not. This isn't... I can bring that one in more. So this is where I get a little bit more OCD, because this is going to be the same way anytime I place it. So I try and get everything lined up the way I want it. Connect this pole to this pole. And then these down to each one. Okay, so to me this looks like a finished blueprint now. So now what I'm going to do is I'll come into my designer. I'm going to call it something. So this will be my hypertube cannon. Full cannon. Yeah, cannon. Because I don't think I'm using that. And then for my icon, I'm going to use... Let's see. Is it? It's not equipment. It is under parts, I believe. Hypertube stuff. No. So let's do a search for it. Hyper. Oh, there we go. Let's use. Let's use just that. And then we'll set a color. Let's go with some kind of gold. I need a little more orange for that gold. A little brighter. Yeah, good enough. Yeah. Okay, and then we'll save that blueprint. Now, I didn't set my directory because I'm an idiot, but well, I didn't have a category for it either. So if I close this and I open up my blueprints here, so there's my new blueprint. If I wanted to create a category for it or move it, I can come in here and I can edit this now, and I can go back and I can move this in to here, and it should have went in there. Why did it not? Why is that not working? I could have sworn that's the way I did it before when I was moving stuff around. Blueprints. Edit. Yes, this doesn't have the directory here. We should be able to drag that down into this test category. Why is that not working? Can I move it into this one? No. Huh. Doesn't work moving it there either. Huh. Yeah, I don't know why that's not working. I'll have to look that up again. I don't know if it's just because of my save or what, but I obviously was able to create them in other places. I could have sworn I could move them like that. Yeah, see, that's the way it's supposed to work. So this one worked fine. I was able to go. It might be because the save hasn't. I haven't saved it yet. Cancel, cancel, cancel. But now, if I wanted to place this, I can place this anywhere in the world. So let's say we find a nice high spot, and we want to launch ourselves in that direction. Oh, let's put some platforms down. I should have had it come with platforms. Bring in our blueprint. And then one of the ways I like to use blueprints is I'll anchor it with H, and that way I can fly around and it'll stay where it's at, and I can nudge it into place. So like if I want that centered on that plate like that, that would be how I do it. I'll give myself a little bit more launch room. I can do that. I can also do things that it won't let me do by like overhanging it into space. Sometimes if you're having trouble placing something and it's not letting you do it, even though you know where you want it, you can use the nudge feature to get it exactly where you want it. So that looks good, so I'll just hit my left mouse button there. That puts it down, and I can put another one down as long as I've got materials. So, and then one of the other cool things about blueprints is then if you want to get rid of this, you have a different delete mode. So if you go into your dismantling thing and you hit R, it'll put it in blueprint mode, and it'll recognize that that was a blueprint and remove the whole blueprint.
Mm. Okay, that's
So,
nice.
yeah, that is very nice, especially if you're redoing factories and things like that. So working with blueprints is much preferable in things that you may be considering as temporary. So now I just got to run power to this, and I'm going to switch my jetpack because I don't know where this is going to send me, besides sending me out in that direction. We'll give it a test. So switch to my regular jetpack, and boom.
Do you know by heart how many smelters you can put on 5 iron ore drills, or what are those things called?
Um, the miners.
The miners, how many will fill up one smelter, by example?
So it's 30 per minute, or I think. Hang on, I've got a smelter over here somewhere.
It's a MK2, but I don't know what the...
So if you go onto the miner, it will tell you how many parts it's generating per minute. I've got a miner right here. I will show you what I'm talking about. And I gotta change
Target production rate is 120 per minute.
Right. So here, right underneath where it's collecting the ore, it'll tell you how many it's putting out a minute. And this is where the quality of your node in the mark of your miner matters. So this is a Mark III miner on a impure node, and I'm getting 300 per minute. If this were a pure node, I would probably get 3 times this, so I'd probably be getting 900 a minute overclocked like this. So these numbers will change, but if you want to see like how much you're producing off of a single node at its current setting, this will change depending on how you have it clocked. So if I bring this back down, right, you'll see that the number changes to how many per minute I'm doing.
Yeah, okay.
Oh yeah, so also your target production rate here in your overclock section, or your clocking section, will tell you as well. So yes, so if you're at 120, I think each smelter it's either 15 or 30. Hang on, let's see if I have any I don't think I have any smelting going on over here. So let's just throw a smelter down and we'll take a look at it. Because that's the same no matter what. So production, smelter, throw one of these down. And this is, so you're talking about iron, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So it's going to consume 30 per minute. Yeah, I was right with the 30. It's the 30-30. So it's a 1-to-1. Even though it takes 2 seconds for each one, it consumes 30 per minute, producing 30 per minute because one ore gives you 1 ingot. So on 120, you'd be 4 smelters per node.
Okay, that's decent, I guess. I have 5 nodes here, so I'm going to kind of
So there'd be
create
20 smelters if they're all producing at the same speed. And that would be perfectly balanced. I usually don't go for perfect, well, I say I don't normally go for perfectly balanced, but I totally do in certain scenarios. Like when I get into producing as much as I can, I will actually do that. And I'll show you what I mean. We're going to take the hypertube back from here. Oh, I did want to see something first. Or we're going to overclock these. 60 per minute is what I'm doing now. Bump that up. Now we're doing 150 per minute. Ooh, that. Ooh, we don't even have to overclock it that much. Hold the phone. We only need 120. Let's see. So what? That's 60. I want to dial this back to 60.
20 of those things I can place down. So this is 5, so if I... okay. Well, let's try.
Oh, I had it. And it shifted when I let go of the mouse. There it goes. 200. Okay, so I don't need this one. That gives me that, so I need to bump this up. That gives me 120 diamonds per minute. And I think I need, is that what this is consuming? 60 per minute. So I should be overproducing. Oh, look at them come out quick now. Oh yeah, that's gonna be great. That is definitely gonna, as long as our power, let's check our power grid to make sure we're not, ooh, we're draining the batteries. Oh, but we're charging too. But looks like, it's kind of gross. We may have to make some more power. More power. Power. I don't know where else I have geothermals to put down.
I fucked up. Okay, wait.
Let's check our coal production for here. Because I really don't want this to blow a fuse. This network is a pain in the butt to bring back up. We will be ending our episode early, should that happen. Well, let's see, well, I got room to bring more water in for these. I'm fully saturated in coal. Okay, let's pull out another bank of, we'll do 4 more. So we got 1, 2. This is 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Get them lined up. 1, 2, 3, 4. And Brian, this is something we're going to need to do with our coal plants, because I'm looking at what I have going on here. I've only got 2 extractors laid down right now, and I was feeding 8. So we got
Yeah, I saw that on TikTok. On one coal node you can place 8 generators. So we need to, if we can make a blueprint out of that, that would be awesome.
okay. Yeah, well,
I
we'll
just
see.
don't
It's
know. I do think we need to have a water buffer to make the water go way better, I would say.
yes. So I do find that having that the um, the water buffer on these, especially when you get to 2 extractors on each side, and then for
Hmm.
the 2 extractors, once you merge those together, you need to go to a Mark II pipe, especially if you're overclocking them, like uh,
Oh
because
yeah.
because at a fully overclocked water extractor, that's a Mark I pipe, right? That's as much as one pipe can handle. So you got to go to the Mark II pipe, and you can only put 2 overclocked ones on each one. So all of this plumbing, after I put the second one down, if I need to, which I probably will. Um, although my flow is pretty low there, I might actually be able to go just with the one extractor. You can get a lot of water out of one extractor, so usually
Mhm.
water isn't the issue. What my issue is right
We
now
are the
is
we are the issue.
reinforced iron plate I don't have being pushed into my system. Ugh. Alright, well let me get these hooked up on this side at least. Or let me balance it. I want it balanced. So I'm going to take out, how many did I get over here? I got, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, of course, it's an odd number. Alright, we'll take this one out and move it to the other side. Okay. Then we're going to do pipe floor holes. Pipe floor hole. There. There. I do like this design that I have for this. This is, I think it's looking pretty sharp. So you notice I'm running the lines to the outside of these instead of down the middle. Um, I found that the running your feeds from the outside on the coal plants is actually keeps it balanced a little better.
Okay.
I used to do them through the center and then feed both sides, but I've always run into issues with getting resources out, so kind of keeping the 2 sides separated just kind of helped balance everything out a little bit. Now I'm still like, well actually this one I have off of 2 nodes, and these are pure nodes up here, I believe. Yeah, pure node there and a pure node here. So I have 2 nodes feeding each one, and these are producing 480 per minute 480 per minute. These are not overclocked yet, and they're consuming 15. So 15, 30, 60. Damn it. That's what I wanted to avoid. 60, 80. Yeah, so I can overclock these and not even consume all the coal. Oh, bother. Now we're going to have to go through and switch off networks and get it back charging up. I don't like that. I didn't build fast enough.
Am I doing something wrong? Well, let's see. Yes. I am doing something wrong. Alright.
Alright, so then need this to go in there. This in here. Here. And I think one of the things I'm going to do to fix my power situation is maybe work a new rocket fuel power station. That's going to be a bit of a big project for this build, though. We're getting so close to the end, I'm not quite sure if I want to do that massive build. But it will fix our power problems. Or I could expand nuclear some more, because I'm not even to the base of that. So, meaning, like, how was I doing this? Oh, I know what I did. I take this pipe. So the way I plumb this up, which is kind of cheated in, I go to the last one and I switch my mode to horizontal vertical, and that gives me a straight pipe underneath every single one. So then I can go in and put my junctions and line them up with the floor holes, but I gotta be very careful to get it right. It doesn't have to be completely exact, because it will still route the pipes. Not like the conveyors where you have to have like it'll say you curve too much, but for the aesthetics that you want, just like that, that works good. Then, what I was doing, so this one comes in here like that. Then these, I'm lining up with both. Oh, let's see, splitter comes this way. Get my two little helper lines on those and place it right up against the thing like that, and then all I have to do is belt it up. Belt here, belt here, belt here, and belt here. So in something and I'm going to turn this on here in just a second. So actually, because now what's going to happen is I've got so much of a power draw across my system that when I go to turn it on, it's just going to immediately blow the fuse. I can try it a couple times, and I might get a little bit of a run like that. But then as soon as some of the production stuff kicks up, it immediately blows. So what I want to do, and when you're setting up your power grids, and I'll show you kind of what I have. See, this geothermal is always producing power, so I can still hover here. The problem is that it's not enough to keep the network up, so its power is only going to a certain location. Where did I put what I wanted to show? I guess it's back here more. Where did I put it? Oh, no, that was a different save. Ah. I was in the wrong save. All right, hang on. We gotta have some coffee here and think about this for a second. Crap. I need to go out to my
On
battery station.
those conveyor floor holes, can you put a merger or a splitter on top of that?
Um. Oh no, I had a train collision. Well, you're gonna see how to fix a train collision. They must have rolled into each other. Oh, hey, can you take care of that? Um. Uh. Uh.
Yep,
Spam.
yep. See it.
Thank you. Um. I found an extra sphere out here too, which is good because I want to use that. I just trying to carefully pick them up before setting off the flowers.
Okay, that
Okay.
works, I guess.
Um,
Oh shit. Oh, how does that? Huh?
so on the pipes, you can't put a junction right on top of the floor holes. You have to have a pipe section. That's the crappy part about that. Is that you can't like.
Apparently, you can do it with the merger and splitters as well, but it will rotate it 90 degrees
Really?
horizontally. Yep,
Really?
so it looks like shit, but
Oh, I gotta
stuff
see
comes
that.
out.
Let's see. I've never seen that. That's really cool. If that, huh? How?
It does look like shit, but it works.
Uh, it doesn't look. I don't know what you're talking about.
You have to connect the bottom part, so the elevator already.
Oh, gotcha.
You have to connect that first.
Oh, right. Then so it has a direction, and then I can.
Yep.
Oh, oh, oh! Wow. Ooh, that's
But like I
interesting.
said, it looks like shit. Don't like it.
Wow, that's special. Because if you do that, this that means I can do this sideways too. Oh man, I have a feeling this breaks the game somehow eventually because expanding the lifts. Oh, that's crazy. Yeah, I don't think that's going to be a long-lived feature if they discover that. All right, so let's see. To get this charged back up and working, I need to get out to one of my battery stations, and I think my closest battery station, I'm going to have to switch to my jetpack. Um, is actually out here on this geyser. Right here, this one over here. Do I have batteries out here? Oh, no, I don't. That's a different save too. Gosh darn it. And of course I didn't put platforms on these things. No, I don't want to launch next to those.
Well, one show, I am using your blueprint.
Awesome.
And I think it will work.
So you may notice as I'm using my jetpack that I'm just kind of pulsing it to kind of keep level. It's also the best way you can travel long distances with it. Now, obviously, I'm using like almost the highest end fuel you can put in this thing, I think. think you can. I think the ionized fuel you might be able to use in the packs. But when you run out of fuel, you've got to touch ground before you can get into the next canister. So you got to kind of watch it, make sure you're not too high up when you run out of fuel. This one I don't have a battery pack on either. See, I didn't set up my power grid in a way to make it easy to charge batteries back up. And I didn't discover this until much later in this. It's funny because I've got like 1,000 hours in this thing. I didn't think about this power grid management stuff until I started looking at the different things I could build and going, how would I use a power switch? Why would I want to turn off parts of my grid? And then I blew a fuse and I'm like, what? But I've got geothermal that never shuts down. It's always generating power. And I'm like, why? How can I leverage that? And then I was like, oh, if I hook my batteries up to my geothermals, then it'll always charge the batteries. The problem is when they're hooked into a network that has blown a fuse and can't keep up, then the geothermals won't charge the batteries because the network goes down. So what you have to do is put in a power switch before your geothermals enter into the rest of your grid, and then have those batteries in that section so that they can charge. So in a perfect power grid, you would have it so that the almost like trains, like how you have a main line, you'd have a main line of power that your power stations connect to, but you could disconnect them from the power grid. And then every factory setup or stop, like here I've got a station, if I took the power off the main line there and had a switch on it, I could turn off like major sections of my grid to reduce the power strain on my system. Oh, I know which one. So like here, I have this battery hooked in. Where's my switch? Okay, I've got 2 geothermals, 2 a battery. Did I not put the switch in? I didn't put the switch in. Oh, you big dummy. Alright, well, I'm going to show you how to set that up then. So here you go. I've got my 2 geothermal generators sitting on geysers there. And then I have my 1 battery connected here. And you can connect these through, so I could actually do this. Remove this one. And do this. And because the posts on the batteries are special. They actually will take 2 connections instead of 1. And then on this line, and so actually if I take this line back out and I put in a switch, so under power, do a power switch. Right. And then I run 1 line into the one side of the switch, and then my output there. So now this can be separated from the rest of my power grid. So, and right now it's off and it has a render problem for some reason. So you can see that there's two sections of this. And if I turn that on, actually that didn't do what I'm hoping for. Oh, I know what I have to do. Right now it's off, so there shouldn't be running, and you can tell by the stick, right? It's not on, I think. But if I turn this if I reset this fuse, I get my whirling up sound, and it doesn't crash out. And you can see my battery is now charging, and it's charging off of these two geothermals. So now if I come here, you can see I've got my one network that's showing I'm producing like 200 some megawatts from these two geothermals, and then my other one has all the big stats for max consumption and everything else. So everything else is connected on this other one. So that's now if I hit the switch on this, which I'm going to let this charge for a second. Let's get up to, well, you're going to let this charge to, I don't know. Ooh, we got a nice little power spike there. Let's see what happens at 2%. So once we get up to 2%, we'll flip it over and see if that's enough to kind of prime the grid. So what you could do is you could set up your power generation all through a central grid like this to so you can charge batteries back up to give you some runtime, or you can like build out your power structure even more, um, so that your backups are being charged when you blow a fuse, um, or you're producing more. So if I really wanted to, I'm producing a bunch of power over here off of these oil nodes. Um, I could actually have this whole system start generating power on that small network as well. Oh, well, I'll try it and see. This may draw too much power, but it's also going to kick a bunch of power out too. So let's see. What? I think everything I have that is producing residue, those are producing resin. That's producing, hold on. Let's see what we got going on here. I have some producing resin, some producing heavy residual. Okay, that heavy residual is then going to fuel, and that fuel is then getting burned off by these power generators. So pretty much I need the whole network on. I could limit it a little bit, but for the most part I'm looking at needing the whole plant. So if I do that, what I want to do then is set this wire not from here. I want to take that over to the other side. So I'll bring that over here. How far can I go? I can go that far. And then probably wire's too long. Go there. Come back over here. And we want to make sure we get behind that other switch. So I'm probably going to try and get... Oh, I saw it. It turned blue for just a smidge. Come on. Go to your home.
Blueprint, you have to create something on that floor so on that floor first, and then you save it, or?
So on the blueprint, what do you mean? I need more information on what you're trying to do.
Okay, you have that blueprint maker, designer.
Yes.
So you place all your stuff on it that you want to make
Yes.
the blueprint of, and then you save it with
Yes.
that console that's on there.
Yes.
All right.
And once you save it, then it becomes available in your build menu. Alright. Well, it's not saying it's broken. But it is also not charging anymore. Do I have to reset this? Yes. Okay. We are charging. Ah, okay. Too much of a draw for two of them. All right. So we're gonna take this wire out. Oh, actually, yeah, I'm gonna take that wire out. That's unfortunate. So you could actually like sub-network these things together. Like once you get enough battery power, you bring that back up online, and then you'll be generating more power and stuff like that. And I think that's how what the priority switches do. I'm still playing with those to try and figure out how those actually work. I did use them in a priority switch in the next save that we're gonna do on the morning coffee. So we'll get a chance to kind of play around and look at it with that save. Because once we get all of our pieces turned in, get to end game, we're just looking to get those 1,000 coupons, and we're done with the save. At that point, we're end game, and you kind of build, do whatever efficiencies you want. Um, I could find more loops and hard drives in this save, but those are things that I can do between episodes too, or we'll just find naturally through playing other saves. So, um, yeah, so that's not going to be a big deal. But what I think will be interesting in this other save is it's a pre 1.0 release, and the nodes moved, so it messed up all of a bunch of my systems over there. So I can show how you kind of work from um, from an existing factory layout that is basically debunked because resources have moved into getting it back up and running. I thought that might be kind of interesting to go through and do. So I've done some of it already. So we're pretty much up and running, but it'll take us back to phase 4 on that one. And with the addition of some things, so there's like no SAM factory stuff on that one. There's no, it only has uranium nuclear plants and things like that. And so things are laid out a little bit different. The train network was before I kind of it was also my first save. Um, so we got some spaghetti factory to kind of untangle too. So you can show different ways of doing that kind of stuff on that other save. So we're gonna sit here, drink some coffee, let our batteries come up, and all right, we're at 3%. Let's see how far we get with 3%. Why did that? Oh, that's weird. Why didn't I get... Oh, sorry. I need to flip this switch first. That's going to immediately crash. Then I can go to a pole on the network. Because basically what it is, it extended the network. Because the other network was down, it stays down. So I turn that back on. Now we should be drawing off that battery. Woof. Wow. Okay. Yeah, we're hurting. We're hurting bad. That drained that battery, that 3% of battery in like like not even a second. It was like immediate. Okay, we're gonna turn this one off and let this battery charge up. And we gotta figure something else out. Alright, you're charging. How many batteries can we make? power storage. I must have batteries somewhere else. Where? Oh, okay. Well, let's see. We can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Oh, we can do plenty. Okay. No worries. We can make batteries. Oops. I don't need this. There we go. Okay. Alright. So, since we can make batteries, and we're already charging here, I'm just going to throw a couple more here. Make a nice battery bank, I think. There, or there. Surface is uneven. Okay, let's fix the surface. For Pete's sakes. Oops. I can actually switch to my hover pack here so I'm not burning through my rocket fuel. Make it look nice at least. Extend this out. We'll do a whole bank of batteries here. Yeah, of course. You know, I didn't put my plates down when I put that one down, so now it looks all funky. So we'll have to come back and make that look nice. We want the meters to the outside so that we can read them. Do 1.
Okay, I hope I did it correctly, but we have a smelter R floor.
Cool.
And I made it without the side of the exit, so we can connect the two floors to each other, I would say.
Okay. Let's see.
I hope I did it well.
Well, if it works and you can expand it without issue, then probably did it well.
Only thing that needs to be done is to connect these smelters to, how you say that? To the merger boxes.
Okay.
I think it's mergers. So you have to connect the right side toward to the middle merger boxes so the output will be taken out.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Alright, that's going to take a while to charge. But once we're back up and running, the extra power flow will get stored up and we'll have a longer run time off of our surplus. Oh yeah, battery's gonna die. Yeah. Alright, from here, I'm gonna switch packs, and I'm gonna grab my zip tool. Haha. This one has a platform. Go.
I'm not seeing movement.
There we go. Oh no! My encoding, what does it say? Encoding overloaded. Might be locked up a little bit. forget how much I use my hover pack until I don't have it
I start to recognize that feeling.
anymore. So these are the other batteries I have set up here on these coal plants. Oh, I hear them running. That's good. If those are running, all I have to do is separate the network, which it looks like I've got this pretty well set up, just need to put the switch on. Let's see though. I've got that coal plant I'm not hearing running, so let's do this one first. So I need a switch. So the next thing on my list of things to do is figure out priority switching so that I can have a smarter power grid. Okay, so now that should be charging these bad boys. Oh, I gotta reset this network. Bring that back up. Oh, come on. You can do it. Really?
What we could do is change that left side and make that... Is it true? Nah, that's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
What is drawing off of this so hard? Got one water extractor, two water extractors, and these pull... How much are these pulling as far as power? Ha! Parkour, parkour. These are only 20 apiece, and they're not overclocked. Well, it shouldn't be that. Oh. Oh. I see. I'm connected over here. I shouldn't be.
I think this works.
Alright, we need this pump to connect off of this pole, like that, and this pole to not connect to this network. And then we should be good to go.
Oh, you dislike me now. You will dislike me now.
Now?
Now.
Okay, let's try kicking that up now. Okay, and our power plant's back online, producing 600 megawatts. Alright, so we're at 6, and that's charging those batteries. So now, let's take a look at our other one. We might be able to get this on the same grid. Okay, sounds like it's running. Okay, don't see... There's a little bit of extra running out here. But let's see... Ooh, hello. Super bump. If I was to put a switch over there, I might be able to get... Oh, shoot. I need to get that miner running as well. So we need to switch the power on that miner because I'm going to run out of coal. We need a power switch on this line. And these you unlock from the Curium MAM tree. So if you're wondering why you don't see a power switch in your save, it's because you've got to unlock it from the MAM tree. Okay, we'll take this wire out. Go from this one to this side, from this side to this side. And then I also need to re-power this. Where are you being powered from? There. This one has to come off that network as well. This one really should come from the network that's feeding it. So I'm going to run this down along the conveyor. And run it.
I want to redo this. I need to change this.
There. That should... There. Now we got coal coming back in. That'll keep that running. So now we're going to test this one and see. Yeah, that one blew immediately. Alright, we got max consumption 2836. So we're plugged into something hefty. Okay, so we've got our coal node. We are probably... See, I see these wires going through the hill, and that makes me nervous. That means our whole cave operation is on the back side of this grid, I'm thinking. Or is that my travel line? I think that's just my travel line. Oh, but... Yeah. Let's take this one out. We can power that from something else if we need it. That, where does that put us consumption-wise? Well, whatever that was where the drain was coming from. So we've got a couple thousand megawatts of power coming from that side, so probably need to wire that into a different part of the grid. And I think what I'm going to do is... Let's see. I know... Let's just take it off of this train station. And jump it like that. And that separates that. And that's how you separate your power grids. So now that I have that, I could put both of these behind the same switch instead. So that then I have my full power station running. So if I take this line, take this out, and run this to that one. Now, this section of the grid is a production section, and I am overproducing at 1200 megawatts and only consuming about 200 of it with a max of 221. So that puts me at about 1,000 megawatts over, and you can see my batteries are charging up nice and quick at 9% already. Yeah, let's see. And that'll take about an hour to fill. So what I really like to do is I like to have geothermals on a grid with my coal as well, and try and get as much power generation in one part of the grid as possible. That way when you flip the switch, you don't immediately drain your batteries. Because so for instance, if I flip this right now, it's going to go down, and then if I flip one of the poles on, it's going to run for a little bit, but look how fast that power drain's coming down. 3, 2, and we're not getting enough, and it's going to blow. So we're just not... I need to be able to turn some things off. So one of... I'm going to... let me flip the switch back and reset this so it's generating power again. So reset this. Oh, and now we got another train collision too. I'm gonna...
Oh, you are going to hate me. I know for sure.
This is why I didn't want to run out of power in the first place. Because I knew it was going to be a pain in the butt to get back to running. Alright, so that's generating power. I actually wanted to go this way. And back up to the coal. Did I? That was the geothermal and coal station. Yes, I want to be up there. Ah, completely missed. Come on. So I have this geothermal here, right? And this is being routed into our network. Oh, no, I remember what I wanted to do. I wanted to turn off the Christmas factory, because that has a big power draw too. Alright, well while we're here, let's go ahead and separate this power grid, because that I have wired in here. Don't there. We're going to run this back towards the coal plant. So I have that there. I'm going to wire it from there back over here into one of these. Wire's too long for that one. So where can I go to? Too long, too long. Okay, to there. And then we'll upgrade this one to a 7. Actually, going to install our switch behind this one. So why don't we do this? We're going to do this, kill this line. Then we'll put in our switch.
You are going to hate me.
That goes to there. And then this one we're going to pull out to another pole right there. And then this one will connect back to that pole. And this one will connect to our geo. There. So now we have our power grid. Oh, this line for the water extractor needs to come off of this pole. Needs to be behind the switch, not in front of it. So
In the blueprint maker, can you lift the blueprint up completely without destroying everything?
Nope.
Fuck. I'm going to hate myself. La, 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 la. Okay, well,
Now, but what you can do is if you clear it, you can place that blueprint back down into it like a brand new blueprint, and then use your nudge to move it up and down. So you could do a page up, page down to slide your blueprint in there, place it down as a new blueprint, and then just rename it. And then you could blow out your old one.
well, I can clear it. But if I load it back in, it will... So I have to place it back in, apparently.
Okay, I need batteries on this
No,
one.
then it's overlapping the blueprint designer. So I might need to drop stuff first.
Power, battery. Let's do... let's do it right this time.
Hmm.
Do 3.
It's a no-no.
Oops. Switch backpack again. Power storage. I could place these closer together too, but I didn't. And then we'll just have these go right through here. So 2 there, and there, and then to there. Yeah, now we're good. And we're charging. Excellent. This one isn't quite as efficient apparently, because we're consuming, our max consumption on this one is 391, and we're only producing about 700. So we may have something else on this network that's raising our consumption. Oh, it's because I've got 3 miners going. I have this miner on here, and this miner's feeding that one. And this one I think I have cranked up. I think this is a Mark III cranked. Yep. So this one has more of a power draw. This is taking up 150 all by itself. But because nothing else is running, it's actually never going to turn on when this grid comes up unless it was already behind in production. These 2 are the important ones that we're doing. These are both Mark IIIs, but they're not overclocked yet. So until we hit like our 480 maximum on those, which is quite a few. Alright, so these aren't producing power yet because we haven't finished hooking them up. So if I do this beam, why is that beam turning sideways on me? I don't want it that way. Like, if I come this way, it's fine. Then why is it turned like that? That's so weird. If I put another plate over here, does it turn back the other way? No. This plate is rotated compared to this one. Oh, and there's our 2 arm marks. So if we can get the power back on, that would be great. If we can get the power back on, that's probably where we're going to have to call this episode. Let's see. I don't remember how high I went. I think I went 12. I should have brought the high beam out first, so they knew where we were at. Why? Why? Won't you go straight out? Oh my gosh, you're so stupid.
Thank you.
What? There it goes. Perfect. Will it let me extend this one? Yes. Okay. Cool. I don't work a lot with beams, obviously. So, getting them to do what I want sometimes is a pain in the butt. What? Oh. Fire. Thank you. Okay. This. It's not hooked up yet. We didn't finish hooking up the belts to these.
Who was in the chat?
Dave.
No, Dusty.
Dusty.
Dusty?
Not in my chat.
I'm in the VC, the Discord.
Oh, in Discord, yeah. I was meaning the stream chat.
Oh yeah, I was meaning the other one.
Yeah, well, you didn't say the other one.
Yeah, I've been
I
here.
know. I know. I
Oh.
know.
I was just muted.
So on floor.
Well,
Just watching.
hey, Dusty.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Trying to get the power turned back on. And
Another wall.
it's been quite the ordeal. Just ain't no gas in it. Oh, come on, don't be like that. I'll find one that works. I'll just do it. Okay.
Oh crap. Yep, that's it. That's it. Now you've done it. Now you've done it.
It's going to come in from this way, out that way. There's 1, 2. Buckle my shoe. 3, 4. Close the door. 5, 6. Pick up sticks. 7, 8.
Oh.
Can't see that one. What I was thinking. Stay up late. That was it. 7, 8. Stay up late.
Lies.
9, 10. Do it again. Oh, yeah. I didn't like that. That was an owie. Okay. Now we should be able to crank it over. Uh-huh. 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 Why did I not oh my gosh. I'm so dumb.
Yes.
I connected them to the beam, but I didn't connect the ones on the beam to each other. There we go. Now we're cooking. We're not cooking with gas, we're cooking with coal, but yeah, now we are generating some power here. Okay. So now with that one online and running, the question is do we turn on the others? Like, I wish I had like a remote to where I could turn them all on at the same time. Okay, I think there's one more thing I want to do. Ooh, I get lots of flight time on my hover pack here. I'm going to take the conveyor back. That's probably the fastest way back over. Especially with no power. Because conveyors don't use any power. So they still run when the power's off. Which is nice if you've got super conveyor lines that run between your factories. Because you can use them as transports. And at Mark 6 they move faster than most of the different pieces. Okay, oh, this is where we want to be. How do I have power here? What? What is powering this? Oh. I don't know, but turn this one off so my max consumption goes down. How am I getting power here? That's weird. I think something boo-booed. Because this... Okay, so that brought that down to 44,000. That's still really high. How am I flying? That's so weird. It thinks I have power? That's bizarre.
How bizarre.
How bizarre. Okay. So that factory's off. I think it's time to try and reset, which means going back out to geothermal battery set. It's unbelievable. I still have power. I think I still have power through my trains. Oh, but I'm losing power quick. Okay. There we go. I don't know. Something over there's getting power. Oh, maybe it was a geothermal. I have one geothermal generator over there. Maybe it was feeding enough power through the lines that I could fly. Well, that's kind of cool to know. That even though it's not running the network, it's still pushing enough that you can fly. So it'd be really cool is if you had a full geothermal grid. It'd be like a secondary main line between geothermals. See, this one's not gonna go. I gotta grab this one. Ugh.
Places, mother.
Alright, how much battery did we get here? 23%. Oh yeah, we're gonna be good here. So this is actually gonna stay up for a little bit. When I flip the switch. So flip the switch. And then die, and then we turn it on, and No, we'll leave it off. Leave that off. I'm gonna head over to our coal grid. That's why it's important to have these platform ones, so that you can climb up them and get onto the power line to use this as a secondary, because you don't have to have power going through the lines in order to be able to use the zip line tool. That's another way to get around when there's no power. So we've looked at jetpacks, we've looked at the zipline tool, and another way is to use vehicles, because vehicles are self-powered, so that's another good way. Or you can just run. Oh, and conveyors, and we looked at conveyor belts. So all good methods for getting around when the power's out. Matter of fact, I probably should have been using my Explorer to get around. But oh, sorry. I had it in low speed, kick it into high gear. I'm like, man, this is taking a long time to get in between. I forgot to put it in run mode, so if you hold the shift down while you're ziplining, you'll move a little faster. You won't move as fast as a train, though. You're just a little bit slow to catch a train. Okay, and now we're powered again, so we'll move to this side. And I don't think I have a power line extended from here to zipline over, so I think we're going to put one in, because I am very close to having a connection to some power lines over here. I'm going to make it look nice, put it on the shore instead of in the water. I want it to turn that way. And I'm going to get attacked. That's fine. Jump in the water. There's some power there. Thank you very much. And if I do this and that, wire's too long. So let's come up here. I think that line is clear for travel. Connect it there. There, and that should take us all the way up to that platform. Okay, so now we want to bring this one online. Let's see, how far did we get? 37% there. I think we should be, at this point, turn this one on. Hopefully, just having those on is not going to, oh, I have enough that I was hovering. No, I don't have enough now. Had enough. Right there. There we go. Alright. Oh, we're gonna hit a rock, aren't we? Yep. That's unfortunate. But this line, so we gotta move. Ah! Dang it. And I don't have a platform on this one. Gosh darn it. Ah. Gross. Just gross. Gross negligence. Bad building. Bad. Okay. Let's try again. This is why we test these things.
Yeah. Yeah.
Alright, let's see if I hit the cliff on this side. Yes. Dang it. Oh! No. Gosh darn it.
But
Alright.
that.
Fail. You got some power going on over here, though. Alright. We're gonna fix this. Fix it good. Bring this out.
It's real good.
When your power just goes out, you must fix it.
You must fix it.
Your lights won't turn on. You must fix it. Come on. Connect. Thank you. Jeez Louise. Alright. Now I should be clear of that stupid cliff enough that I can get at least through on the outside wire.
Well, I hope you made your blueprints kind of all the same. 3x4, or did
no.
you not?
Well, they're all should be 4. Gosh dang it. Does this one have a platform? Of course not. Because Senior Honcho's an idiot.
Yes.
Dang it. I need to fix this zipline system for next power outage. Because this is annoying.
Oh, I need to go. Please leave my project so I can do something tomorrow.
Okay.
I will get this working completely autonomously.
There's power. Okay. Now we're flying again. Alright, this should be the last switch we need to turn on. And then we can fire up the network and see if we're back in business. Then that is... Okay, how much juice do we have in there? 34%. Yeah, we should have enough to be running for a little bit. Okay, so we hook it back into the network. The network is still down. Fire it up. And actually charging. Okay. Yeah, we're still right on the edge. Ooh, jumping up. Training. Okay, that's good. Now our production should climb as we run. So we're up to 23,000 now. We're using 15, so we are... Ugh, we keep bouncing back up. Something is... That's got to be the accelerators. I may have to take a couple of those offline. Because, yeah, that's a... Oh, I know what that is. We bump these up with overclocking. And that increases the power draw on these significantly. Yeah, I'm at 5,000 megawatts per, and I did that on 2 of them. Let's drop those back down to 100. We may just have to wait for things to slowly produce until we can get more power. Come on, go to 100. That should fix our power draw issue. Let's double check here. Yes, look at how much that brought that down. So we went from peaking way over as those things cycled through, because with the particle accelerators, it draws more and more power as it moves through its cycle. So when those things were both like flying up to its end cycle. It was peaking up over and drawing the batteries down. So we're gonna have to juice the power a bit. But now you can see our production rates are we're well overproducing. This will charge up in an hour. We have some battery backup stuff now. Now we got to go fix our trains. So let's take a look at the map and see where we have our collisions and issues. So we got our collision out here and a collision down here. So let's go to this one. This one's closer. And I'll show you how we fix train collisions. So the first thing is to find the train. And it's going to be down here. Oh yeah, look at that mess. Ooh, boy. Huh. So, the way you fix these things is... And one of the reasons this happens is because when the power goes out, the trains don't stop and they free roll and they'll crash into each other. So most likely this train was mid-hill when it was climbing and rolled back into the previous train. Where's the engine at? So you gotta find the engine. Like this engine here, you see when I hover over it, it says E to re-rail, so we're just gonna do that. And now that's back on track. So this one, usually it is, man, it must have hit hard. Is it? Whoop, it's over here somewhere. Sometimes they clip through the map and it's hard to find them. I forgot about that. And see, because it's showing it's somewhere here, but I don't see it. Okay, hitting E on the freight car worked. So then once they've collided, you've got to jump into each one and turn on the self-driving again and clear the collision. So then this one has to be turned on as well. And as soon as this section of rail clears, he should be able to go. And that should clear up all this waiting. Then we'll take the hypertube cannon over to the other side and fix the other collision out at our fused metal frame factory. There's the green light. Good. Or we could ride this train. He's gonna end up... No, he doesn't go that far. But he... Was he in the collision? He's going to nuke. He's going ways out there. Maybe we'll... Nah, we'll fly. So why is he... Turn off self-driving? So he should take off on his own. We'll take him just to make sure he clears. Why is he still red? There he goes. Okay. That isn't working quite right. Oh, I have to path that junction. That's the problem. That junction isn't pathed right. So we'll have to do that. We'll have to add that to our list of to-dos at some point. Not today. Alright. We're heading back over to the cannon, which we right over here. We'll see if we can. We should fly right over the top of this train if we move fast enough. which I don't know if we actually will move fast enough. So one thing with these hypertube cannons, you do need elevation if you want to travel large distances on the map. So you do have to be high enough to get up to where you need to be. So this one here, I've got elevated quite a ways up, and switch to my jetpack. And so I get a lot of height out of this one. I don't see the train. Oh, there he is. Oh, maybe we will get... Yeah, he's pulling up there now. And then as you start to fall, you can start using your jetpack to just kind of bump along. You just gotta watch that you don't use too much fuel, because you do have to slow your descent, so you don't end up dying because you're coming in hot, right? So, and then you can slow yourself down by pushing back. Oh, I overshot where I wanted to go. Yep, see, I even fell too hard there. Switch to my other jetpack and head towards the accident. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Okay. Oh yeah, there's the mess. Okay, so this one is okay. Oh, this one was just a nudge. So these are pretty easy to fix. You can see the impact wasn't that severe, so they're still like sitting on the rail, but they're just derailed a little bit. So if we re-rail this one, hop in, send him out his way, he'll take off, then we can hop in him, reset, then hop in, then turn on self-driving, then hop. Actually, we're gonna ride him. Next station, cooling system nitrogen. We'll take him to the intersection, but he should be going soon. These two trains should start taking off soon. Is he off the rails? No, that's just a change in elevation. They're just waiting. So that should start clearing up. Yep. So he got his green light. He got his green light. Both those guys are moving now. Yep. Good. Okay, we're good. We're good. All our trains are running now. Good. Alright, so need more power. Or we just wait. Head back to base. Oh, I had a hypertube cannon I could have taken from over there. That would have got us would have got us back. That would have been faster. Oh, I created that blueprint. I can... Oh, you know what? I think I put a hyper cannon up here. Let's see. Yes, I did. I see it. Cool. I'm starting to get my hypertube cannon network established, so no matter which factory I go to, I have a way of getting at least back to another one, so I can like hopscotch. This one for, I think, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in my launch. Yeah, for some reason I think this one... Yeah, no, this one's fine. Oh, I know what it was. That it was... anxious about on this one is because now the hover pack, if you were powered when you take off, it will allow you to like soft land it, so you can kind of hop along for a little bit because it keeps a bit of a charge, so that you can descend safely when you run out of power. Okay, we are back, and let's see. Now we spent a lot of time without power, so I'm expecting that we probably don't have too much more to turn in, but we'll go through and we'll do a quick turn in. Maybe I'll let these run out so that we can hit end game in the next episode. Um, maybe fix that power issue that we're having. So we'll see. Oh, look at that. We got another stack. That's cool. And I'm going to take these. Oh, I'm going to wait for one more. And then I can get on an even 25 at least. There. Cool. Alright. Because I was one off. It was driving me nuts. We're still going to be 25 off, but maybe during an episode. Okay, so we ended up with a stack and a half on those. Let's see where we were with our ballistic warp drives. These were the ones we were trying to speed up when the power went out. We got 39 of those. We'll just go ahead and turn those in, because these are going to be the ones we're waiting on. So that's going to get us about just under halfway done with those.
Alright, I'm going to head off.
Okay.
I'll talk to you guys later.
Alright, thank you for all
Later.
your help today. Yeah, and I'm going to be wrapping up here as well pretty soon. Let's see. 150. We're getting really close to being done with those. Got another 200 on those is going to be where we're going to be at with those. And once, oh, that's all 3 parts. Okay. The other one's done already. So it looks like our biochemical sculptors is going to be the next piece that we finish. Ooh, I don't know. We only need 75 nuke pastas too. I don't know. We're getting really close. Actually, I think we might finish the nuclear pasta before, because we only need a stack and a half of nuclear pasta now. We need 4 stacks of biochemical sculptors and a whole lot of warp drives. It's I'm trying to think. Those are stacks of 50, I think. So we need 4 stacks plus 5. 6. Math is fundamental. And then one of the things I wanted to do while I have a Mercer Sphere, because this is something that we discovered while we were making our coal plants, is that we didn't have these being loaded up. Oh, how did I do that? Oh, I brought it off the line. Okay. So if I'm going to bring it off of the line, I'm going to point it this way. And put in a lift. And then we'll put in a splitter. And put in another lift. And point it back that way. Connecty. And now we have an endless supply of those plates to build with. Perfect. Oh, look at all the dark crystals lined up. Really? Well, apparently, having that overclocked, overproduced for us, and that's no longer the issue. So the fact that we turned that down is not going to be a real problem for us, it looks like. Because now we're limited on the superposition oscillators. That's not our controlling factor. There's only we're only using 2 of those per minute, 6 per minute, based on the 3 machines. This one has 7. This one's waiting on singularity cells. Okay. All right. We're not doing too bad there. We've already produced 2 just since we picked it up. If we do, yeah. We'll grab those. We'll turn those in. What the heck? Why not? These ones we're just gonna pull whatever we got whenever we got it. So we'll turn these in, and then we'll call it there. So that's interesting that our we filled up our belt with those in the time. Wow, we really filled up that belt all the way back to where our hypertube is, and still clicking them in. Nice. Okay. Great. Well, and that's going to fill up too based on waiting on the other parts instead. So, awesome. All right, so we finished our map trees today. We turned in a bunch of parts. Oh, let's check our coupon count. See where we're at coupon-wise. We're at 104. We have a long way to go. How many coupons do we have in storage? 32. Do I have any other ones hanging out? Did I put any in storage? So 32. So yeah, we'll have to get that out to a round number to make the math simpler. But we got a ways to go on coupons. But once we finish filling out these phase ones, the coupons will come in a lot faster, and we can go kill stuff and make that faster too. Because we can turn all of our remains into proteins and then DNA capsules, and then send. Actually, I have this small line here set up to do our DNA capsules off of the protein. So let's go ahead and turn what we found today into proteins. Down here, looks like we got 6 more proteins. We got a couple shards to make. Okay, we're good there. So then we just throw our proteins into this container right here, and those will get converted into coupons for next time. All right. Whew, busy day. A lot went on today. We had our power grid fail and spent a bunch of time trying to get that back up and running. Finally got it there at the end. Oh, almost finished my cup of coffee. Got one more. Well, let's just finish that right now. All right, cup of coffee's done. So that is time for us to sign off and say farewell. Thank you for watching. Thank you for all the clicky things you do on your end. And I'm Senior Honcho with the Plowboys. And stay efficient, keep building, and we will talk to you on